Hi guys, it's me Terry of the Yarnjoy podcast. Welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to do another pattern from Cream of the Crop Crochet.com. They gave me permission to make some tutorials on some of their Preemie hat patterns, and today I'm going to do the Preemie polar bear hat. Now they do have multiple sizes for this pattern. It is all the way from a 1 to 2 pound preemie up into newborn size. So if you would like to make a polar bear hat using this pattern, you can, and if you don't need it preemie size, you can make it the newborn size as well. They have multiple versions, and it's just different stitch counts. Okay, so what you need for this pattern is you're going to need white yarn, and I'm using Red Heart Super Saver worsted, which is a number 4 weight yarn, worsted weight, and just a little bit of black, not much. We're just going to use that to stitch on the nose. And I am using a G or a 4.0 millimeter hook. You also need 2 black buttons. I believe these are about half inch buttons, possibly 5/8, something like that, inch buttons. You also need a yarn needle, and make sure that it will fit through the hole, the eyes, or the holes, right? The eyes, no, the holes of your buttons, okay? And and scissors, okay? And that's it. I think that's all. Okay, so let's get started. So first we're going to make a basic beanie, and that's going to be the basis for our hat. Okay, so it says to make a slip knot, and you're going to chain 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And then it says do 11 double crochets in the 3rd chain from the hook. Okay, so which ends up being the very first chain. Okay, the very first chain that you did, you're going to do 11 double crochets into that chain. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm just working over, oops, that's 6. Okay, so I'm just working over this beginning tail. 7, 8, 9, oops, lost one of my loops there. Okay, 10, okay, and then one more, and that will give us 11. Okay, and so then you can pull on that beginning tail to kind of tighten up the circle, tighten up the hole, okay? And then it says you're going to join, and you're going to join into the first double crochet. So what you can do is you can start where you're at, and you can count back 11 stitches, so you know that's where you're supposed to put the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So in the 11th one, because you want to end up with 11 double crochets around. Okay, so we're going to do a slip stitch, and we're going to champ 2. Okay, we don't count the champ 2 as part of our stitches. We just put a chain up 2 that's kind of like a filler, I guess you'd say, and when you do that, that helps to create a straight seam down the back of your work. Okay, let's see, so that was round 1. So round 2 says to chain 2, which we just already did, and now we're going to just do 2 double crochets in each stitch around. So we'll end up with, not counting this chain 2, we're going to have 22 double crochets all the way around. Okay, so we're going to do 2 in each stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then 2 more in the last stitch, 21, and 22. Okay, now we're going to join, and remember, you want to join in your very first double crochet, but not in top of the chain 2 space. You want to do it actually into the first double crochet that you did. So you do a slip stitch into that first double crochet to join. Okay, so now you have 22 stitches across. Okay, so that was round 2. Round 3 says to chain 2, and then in that same space you're going to do 2 double crochets. So 1, and 2. Okay, in that same space you're going to do 2 double crochets, and then you're going to do 1 double crochet in the next one, like that, and then the next one you'll do 2 double crochets, and then the next stitch you're only going to do 1 double crochet, see? And then this one you're going to do 2 double crochets, and then the next stitch you're going to do only 1 double crochet. Okay, so complete that pattern all the way around, and I will meet you when I'm around on this side getting ready to join again. Okay, so I finished my round, and I did 2 where I was doing 2 double crochets in 1 stitch and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and I did that all the way around, and so that gives me a total of 33 stitches around now. And so now I'm going to slip stitch into the first double crochet. Remember, it's not the chain 2, it's the first double crochet that we did, and we're going to join with a slip stitch. Okay, so that finishes round 3. So in round 4, we're going to do a little bit different here. We're going to do chain up 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to do 2 double crochets into that same stitch. So 1 and 2. Now we're going to, it says to double crochet in the next 7 stitches. So 1, 2, just 1 in each stitch, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now we're going to repeat that sequence all the way around, and so what it is 2 double crochets in the first one and then double crochet in the next 7. So now we're going to do it again. So 2 double crochets in this one, and then now double crochet 1 time in the next 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and so now you're going to keep going. The next one will be 2 double crochets in that stitch, and then double crochet in the next 7 again. Okay, so I did 2 there. Now I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the next 7 stitches, and then I'll have another stitch where I'll do 2 double crochets, and then I'll do a double crochet in the next 7 stitches. And at the end, when we finish that 7th stitch, we're actually going to have one extra one that we need to go ahead and double crochet into. So the last one, actually, you're going to double crochet in 8 stitches. So I will meet you when I get over to the end, okay? Okay, so now you have a total of 37 stitches around, okay? And see, you're already seeing that it's beginning to curve, make that domed shape for the hat. So now we're going to join into the very first double crochet, not the chain 2, with a slip stitch. Okay, now chain 2. Okay, so now for rounds 5 through 8, we're going to stay with the stitch count of 37 stitches around, and that will get us to where we're going to start the ribbing. Yes, so we're going to do 1 double crochet in each double crochet around, okay, for rounds 5, 6, 7, and 8, okay? And so when you finish round 8, I'll meet you up there and we will go on to the ribbing. Oh, and I forgot to say in the beginning, but this is the pattern that will fit a size 3 to 5 pound preemie. Okay. Okay, so keep on going, just 1 stitch in each stitch around, and we're all double crochets, and do rounds 5, 6, 7, and 8. And so at the end of round 8, I will meet you up and we'll do round 9, which will be the last round of this beanie. Okay, so I just finished round 8. So I did 5, 6, 7, and 8, all with just 1 stitch around. So that means I still have 37 stitches around, okay? And so now I'm going to join, just like we've been doing every round, with the slip stitch, into the first double crochet of that round, okay? So now I'm going to chain 2, just like always, and now we're going to go on to round 9. So round 9 is still going to be 37 stitches around, but now we're going to do the ribbing, and this consists of front post double crochets and then back post double crochets, okay? And we alternate 1 of each all the way around. So we start off in this first double crochet that we slip stitched into, and we're going to do yarn over, and we're going to do a double crochet but in the front post, okay? So you stick your hook into the stitch, and you're going to do from front to back, okay? And then you're going to come up around the back of it, so then your hook is behind the post of that stitch, see? And then you do the regular double crochet stitch around it. Okay, now the next one will be in this next stitch, this one right there, and we're going to do a back post double crochet. So yarn over, okay, and then instead of going from the front to the back, we're going to go from the back to the front, and then around the stitch and back out the back again, and then we're going to do a double crochet stitch. Okay, and so the next one will be around this stitch, and we're going to do a front post. So we're going to yarn over, put your hook in from the front to the back, around the post of that stitch, and then back out the front again, and then we do our double crochet stitch. Okay, so that was a front post double crochet. The next one would be a back post double crochet. So yarn over and go from the back to the front, around the post of that stitch, and out the back again, and do a double crochet. So you do that, there, okay. So you do that all the way around. So that was a back post. The next one would be a front post double crochet again. So yarn over, insert from the front to the back, around the post, and back out the front again, and do our double crochet stitch, okay? So the next one will be a back post double crochet. Yarn over from the back to the front this time, around the post, back to the back again, and do a double crochet. Okay, so you just alternate that all the way around, and it gives this nice ribbed effect, okay, around the edges. So keep doing that. So the last one we did was the back post double crochet, so the next one we're going to do is the front post double crochet around the next stitch. So keep doing that all the way around, and I will meet you up at the end. Okay, so I'm finishing up round 9. I did I just did a back post double crochet, so you're going to end up with the front post double crochet. That's the last stitch you will do. So I'm doing my front post double crochet. Okay, and now I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the very first front post double crochet that we did. So slip stitch to join there. Okay, so that is the end of our beanie, which is the foundation for our polar bear hat, of course. So I'm going to snip off my yarn. Just leave just a little bit of a tail, enough to be able to weave it in. Okay, so I'm going to chain up one and pull it all the way through and pull tight to fasten it off. Okay, and so now we'll take our yarn needle and we're going to weave in that loose end. Okay, and I'll do that off camera. But anyway, there is the beanie. And so the next step, in the next video, we will start making the parts. We just have the 2 ears to make and the nose, and that is it.